Please support this channel by subscribing, and you could support it even further by signing up over on my Patreon page, just like with Ron Hawthorne and Meiji Stray. Thank you and the rest of the Patrons for all the amazing support as you keep this channel going. WWE recently released their list of the 30 greatest title changes in company history. I thought I would do my own, and just to be clear, this is about the WWE Championship only, not the World Heavyweight and not the Universal or WCW title. Anyway, let's go. First is the day that Hulkamania came crashing down, King of the Ring 1993 when Yokozuna won the World Championship. Hated it as a kid, but it does have historic value. Then there's Brock Lesnar winning the championship at WrestleMania 19. This loses points because he couldn't land the shooting star press. Anyways, good match. Next, the most watched Raw segment of all time. Steve Austin wins the title on June 28th, 1999. Then we have John Cena's record-tying 16th world title win. Didn't want this one to happen either, but nevertheless, it does have precedence. Next, we have the most watched WWF World title win of all time with 33 million viewers. Andre the Giant beating Hulk Hogan at the main event. Hey, another one from back when I used to like Brock Lesnar, as Brock wins the title off of The Rock at SummerSlam 2002. One of the original OGs of the WWF, Pedro Morales. Real ones know that this was one of the big names back in the day. Next, we have AJ Styles, who won the title for the first time outside of North America, and he also ended Jinder's run, so that's good. On to Bob Backlund, winning the title reign that would see the WWF change to the WWF. Next up is John Cena. We had his last title win, and now we have his first, taking down JBL at WrestleMania 21. Alright, I don't like Edge, but I have to admit him cashing in Money in the Bank right after the Elimination Chamber was a smooth move. And now we have the title change that started it all with Bruno Sammartino, and if you want to know why Buddy Rogers isn't on this list, well, that wasn't a title change, he was just given the title. WrestleMania 10, the 10th WrestleMania, and Bret Hart winning it couldn't be more fitting, especially with Owen looking on at the end. And then we have Daniel Bryan's big win at WrestleMania 30. What a great sight this was to see. We followed this up with the Macho Man winning the WrestleMania tournament in 1988 to win his first World Championship. Well, speaking of tournaments, now we have The Rock winning the tournament at Survivor Series in 1998, 10 years later. And now we have the Ultimate Challenge, the title versus title main event at WrestleMania 6 where Ultimate Warrior came out on top. Then on to WrestleMania 15 with Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating The Rock for the championship, winning the strap for a third time. On to the reign that started Hulkamania back when Hulk Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik. This is where it all began. And from Hulkamania we move on to Kofi Mania. What a big win for this one. The only reason I rank it higher is because the match with Hogan isn't as good. And then it's on to the heist of the century as the Architect Seth Rollins saved me from having to deal with Roman or Brock being champion. Thanks, Seth. Ah, what a historic sight. Bret Hart's first world title win against Ric Flair. Fantastic match, by the way. And now it's on to the conclusion of the Mega Powers exploding at WrestleMania 5, and I say this is the greatest wrestling story that ever existed. Next, it's the reign that kicked off the Stone Cold era and was the beginning of the McMahon-Austin feud. What a great memory in 1998. Okay, so none of these entries are set in stone, but I have to say the next 6 are pretty much interchangeable. And here we have RVD winning the title at One Night Stand. Next we have Chris Jericho unifying the WWF and the WCW world titles. He became the first ever undisputed champion at Vengeance. One of the best underdog stories of all time, Eddie Guerrero taking down Brock Lesnar at No Way Out, leading to WrestleMania 20. And now we have WWF's number one answer, Mick Foley winning the title off of The Rock on Monday Night Raw. Guess that really did put butts in seats. Next we have CM Punk winning the title at Money in the Bank 2011, hot off of the Pipe Bomb promo. And at number 1 we have my favorite WWF title change of all time, Ric Flair winning the World Championship at the Royal Rumble in 1992.